pretty good, right?
I think so.
All right.
We're
Another podcast. 20 minutes after we just ended a podcast.
Third time on the show. Well, so glad to be back.
Yeah, welcome back. Long time no see.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm still wearing the same shirt too. It shows how much I like it. It's not totally the same.
It hasn't been washed since the last time you were on the show? That's gross.
Yeah, no. Just never going to wash it.
Mine either.
Yeah.
I haven't changed since.
Just going to stay with this stink. The best way to have a BMX shirt, you know? We want to show it's been worn.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
Smell that it's been worn.
Kevin, we're busy. Stop. Everyone go DM Miss Kevin right now.
Yeah, miscellaneous Kevin. So MISC Kevin. And
Just send him stop. Don't tell him why. Just send him stop.
Like, what is this going to come out like weeks later too?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that'll be great.
Please do that.
For context, he has an invisible chalk line in his story that he apparently cut straight. But right next to that chalk line is a marker mark, and we're making fun of him for not cutting it straight.
It's pretty wrong. But it's also in the context of the message said, very serious about this. And then he's cutting it off of a line, and he's about this far off. At the end. It had the same start point.
Yeah, same start point, and then it just curves over. But apparently that's the chalk line. And the ramp does look straight, although the one board is not the full width.
Yeah.
That's enough picking on Kevin.
Is it?
No.
Send him stop.
Yeah, a bunch.
That would be amazing if you just I
just want screenshots.
I got 40 DMs of stop from random people.
Can we all of you talk to your friends who watch this, and let's get them all sent at the exact same time too, so he's just got screenshots of his notification feed of just stop.
Feel like I don't know what's happening, but I like it.
Say at GrindWorks BMX told me to say stop.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
This is episode 25 of the GrindWorks Podcast. I really, really like just doing the intro right in the show.
Yeah.
And pretty much just uploading it as
But I've been
is.
Introduced 3 times now?
Yeah. No. I don't mean that, but
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is episode being 25. I wanted to do this one for episode 20.
It's never worked out.
It never worked out. James is on the road a lot, as you may learn if you listened to episode 001.
Or the last one, too.
When we decided on how many zeros we were going to have.
I still say 17 was the proper number, but...
Is that what you said in the first episode?
I honestly don't remember. I think I made up 50-something or something like that.
No, we talked about that for a long period of time for no reason. So this is a recap episode of, some improvements, some things I still want to do, some things that I suck at still, and some things that I can't improve, like my voice.
Hi, guys!
We could get worse, though.
Yeah. I think he just sent me another message.
Stop, Kevin.
Well, so one improvement that I'd like to immediately point out is not visible on the cameras unless we decide to move them around and try to figure out what the hell's going on, or you could edit it in later and take a thing
I
with
can
your phone.
splice video. I could
do that.
I could get fancy with this,
but the camera setup, the lighting setup, the box you made for it all, where the microphone is, it's all pretty good.
The box setup, the Xbox hookup.
where I keep kicking the bottom and making the thing shake, but not meaning to.
Plugging it in there. There's another ring light and camera pointed at James.
Yeah.
There's a shout out. There's put this in your butt.
I didn't realize is that really on the other side of that? That's really...
Yep. Alright, so assuming I remember to splice that in.
Well, that should be on this side so that the guest has to... You need to put another sticker on there so the guest has to stare at it.
Yeah, I could. This is... So when I'm game streaming, the mic's swung back.
Oh,
and
so it's right
It's like right in the corner of the screen where it says for rectal use only.
That's amazing. I like that. I have one on my keys.
Or even when I record the intros and outros and stuff, I've got it swung over.
I don't know if you can see it, but yeah.
So, yeah, we're just trying to figure out, we mentioned it in the last episode, I'm moving. Technically, not in the process of it right now, but you're right now. I'm in the process of moving. So I'll be setting up a new studio.
Keeping the same box or no?
I believe so. It's not every day you can just get a new box. Sometimes you just gotta roll with the old beat up one.
God damn it. I'm still laughing that I tried to show the microphone my keys first. I don't know if you caught that.
I did.
I don't know what it is.
So, yeah, I mean, from the original setup, though, there's been a ton of improvements, and they've been, called out one at a time in the descriptions here and there.
Yeah.
But these are still the original cameras.
Yes.
That I have.
Lights are new. I remember that first time that lighting situation was, kind of weird to try to figure out.
Yeah. So the lights are pretty good. New. They were low, though. So originally they were mounted on my desk.
Yes, I remember that. And then every time you hit it, you'd
probably
shake.
The first 10 podcast episodes, it was like an earthquake was going on because I crashed into my desk like this and everything would shake. So I had the idea really early on to build this box, but
just didn't get around.
It didn't make a lot of sense to do it, and I kind of needed to play with it and figure out where everything needed to be. And quite honestly, it came out awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with this box.
The only problem is when you have someone that's fidgety like me, because I was sitting there last one going like this a bunch on the bottom part. I don't think it's really moving it too much though.
It's really not. It's not like when I was crashing into it with my chair. And it was on the desk. That stand is sunk a half inch deep into carpet. It's not actually going anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like that alone, Brant brought it up in his podcast and was very, very adamant that he did not like the camera angles.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't really want to have this pointed at me this way.
Yeah. And
I get it. I mean, I want to say they were about 1.5 feet lower.
Yeah, because they were just you didn't have these stands at first that they're sitting on, right? They were.
No,
just
I did.
Oh, okay.
I've had these with the ring lights the whole time. I'm pretty sure.
Not the first one though, because we had to set up that backlight. Remember? And then we had to you put something up against this wall to fix the lighting because it was making it.
We had the air mattress up because you were living here.
Well, we tried to move it out of the way at first, and then we set it back up because the lighting was making me real dark. I remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe you're right. I didn't have these lights, but then I don't know where the cameras would have been. Maybe they were just sitting on my desk.
I think they were. That very first one.
I'll have to go back and look at that because that's rough if that's the case.
They were really low. I remember that. If you look at the screenshot for it, it's down there.
Yeah, so that must have been right then. Then I went out and I bought... So after that, I went out and bought a 200-watt equivalent light bulb for in this room.
Yeah, and I think you told me like blew it out.
Oh yeah, it blew up.
Yeah.
It also made that lamp was so hot.
Yeah.
It made this room so hot.
Yeah.
And this room's a hot room. Like,
yeah.
You guys can probably always tell if you even watch on YouTube at this point.
Yeah.
But you can tell that it's hot in here.
Yeah.
And I don't actually hate using the portable setup, but
there's also a window we could open, but instead we're just like hotbox. Just keep ourselves in it.
Yeah, I know. Well, the window, then it gets breezy and it clacks the blinds.
That's fair.
The whole time.
That's fair. Didn't even think of that.
So, let me see. I had this list going. So we had lighting solution.
Yes.
Was number 1.
Okay, well, done.
Backdrop. We talked right away about whether we should green screen it or not.
I still think it needs to happen.
I had the opportunity to just paint the room like my bedroom at my parents' house. I could just paint it green.
That'd be really funny. It would, like, you know how to do green screen stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like.
Yeah, I've chroma keyed a bunch of stuff in the past.
Yeah.
But man, if I had the room set up for it again, I could be so ridiculous with this podcast.
Yeah, it would actually make it worth watching on YouTube right now. Because at this point, I watch or listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, and I still recommend. I mean, listening is the way to go because YouTube is not user friendly. Yeah. All anyone's wanted for years and years and years is to be able to minimize your YouTube app and listen to music. What do? They make it something you have to pay for. Yeah. And you're like, I guess I'll just keep leaving my phone on while I drive. Yeah. Not a big deal to me. Yeah. But, yeah, so backdrop is the only thing I'm unsure of. I'm curious if anyone has input on that. Like, obviously, you think we should do it. I'm right up in the middle. Yeah. I don't have to chroma key it. I could just have a green backdrop and do nothing with it. Yeah. I mean, I could also do it a less aggressive color and chroma key that color out. Yeah. But green is easy. Yeah. I mean... But, let's be real here. If I was going to green screen it, I'd probably start wearing green shirts. Oh, yeah. I would, too. Be like just a floating head doing a podcast. I would totally do it. If I came on for a 4th one, you need to get other people on. Cause at this point, I mean, like, I know you have, like, a catalog, but you need to get some more doubles. Because I got 3 in now. Well, yeah, and that's what I wanted to talk about that, too. So, I've been really good about not having people back on yet. Yeah. And I've kind of done so much with interview, that there's been no real content. Yeah. And... just have people on for a chat. I feel like Derek's and Andy's together was a really cool one because... I liked it. It wasn't really an interview. It was recording a typical hangout. Yeah. Especially with, like, that got really funny really quick. Mm-hmm. I like that a lot. And the one with Matt was not the same way, but very similar. Yeah. That had a little more structure to it, I want to say, in an interview format. But, like, the dynamic was there. Obviously, we just hang out and chat all the time. And that's what I think is easy about saying, hey, do you want to come on and do this? Because it's... yeah. Easy. I feel like a lot of people, too, I've listened to, I'm not going to say a lot of people, but I could probably say like 2 or 3 where like they look at it as like straight interview. And then when we like get into side tangents, as we do, they kind of like want to reel it back to more about them. And it's like, it's cool to learn about you and everything, but it's cooler to do it organic. Like, I don't want a list of like, I've done this and I've done that and I've done... It's like, no, just let it happen. And, like, who are you really? Like, does anyone actually care? Yeah. About your list of achievements and where you grew up and what school you went to? Like, Not that I don't, because I'm asking you the questions.
Yeah.
But it's really to spark deeper conversation rather than to just get those straight answers.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Like, bring something else into it. Don't just, like, here's your answer. Next question, please.
Like, the thing that we've been very consistently all BMX.
Yeah.
And, like, doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
I've had no reason that it's all BMX. Just that's all I talk about.
Yeah, I mean, as BMX riders, that's all we really do talk about. I mean, even the girl I'm talking to now, she's just like, I feel like I'm learning so much from you that I never would have learned from anyone else, and it's 90% about bikes. And I'm like, sorry, not sorry?
You're like, sorry, it's not 95% about bikes.
Yeah.
We'll get there, don't worry.
Yeah. Get you on the bike more, and then you'll want to talk about it.
The microphone was a huge improvement.
Yes, it was.
If you remember, I had just the little stand, and it was set right on the corner of the desk here.
Yeah.
And it was not good.
Yeah, I remember. And anytime it got bumped into, even though it's got these, like, bungee things on there or whatever, that didn't...
Well, it didn't when it was on there.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
When it's on the stand, it's just straight to the stand, and then the table gets bumped and crashed into, and everything moves, and that gets thunk.
Yeah.
But it also didn't have a pop filter, and it didn't have a windscreen.
Yeah.
Which, at this range, it doesn't need it.
Yeah.
But it does need it when, like, I'm doing solo stuff.
Yeah, when you're doing your gaming
intros,
or anything.
outros, gaming, anything like that, yeah.
So when you're playing, like, not even streaming, but when you're just playing video games and everything, do you use your headset mic or do you use that?
No, it's always headset mic.
Okay.
So, the upside of either is that I can mute them.
Yeah.
So I can mute my chat to the gaming.
Yeah.
And still be talking to the stream.
Yeah, okay.
Or I can talk to my game chat.
Gotcha.
But I've always thought it's annoying when you're playing and, like, people, oh, hey, what's going on? What's up with this? What are you doing here? And you're like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like,
trying to focus on shooting people in PUBG.
Yeah, we're playing together, and you're really good at this multitasking and streaming thing, but, like, whatever. I don't know. I don't really do it enough.
Yeah.
This computer can't handle it. This computer can't really handle recording this podcast right now.
Yeah.
So, that's something that's got to change, too. I need to start a new list of that stuff. On here, but not crossed off, is camera mount and position.
Which we kind of already...
Well, it's already done, but I never crossed it off. This is an old list.
Oh, okay.
This is... So check this out. This is before we even figured out where I was going to host the audio-only versions.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, this is an old list.
Yeah.
But, again, like, SoundCloud, $144 a year? Nope.
Yeah, no.
If you're hosting a podcast on SoundCloud...
I didn't even know people did until you told me that.
You should look into Anchor. I don't feel like I hype them a lot, and I have no attachment to them at all. But I'm really happy with what I'm getting for my free that I pay them.
Yeah, where all do you go? Like, it's Apple Podcasts.
It pushes it to... I can read them right off the list right now.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You're not logged in.
I was logged in. Why am I no longer logged in?
Well,
Stitcher, Apple, Google, Spotify. Here we go. Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Stitcher are the base platforms that it pushes it to automatically.
Could you pay to have it push to other ones if you wanted to?
I think there's others I can just check the box.
Oh, okay. Cool. So
those ones that it did immediately without me doing anything.
Oh, gotcha.
As soon as I uploaded the first episode, it pushed them there.
Okay.
So it's pretty solid for that. Like my understanding, and I could be wrong on this, is that things like SoundCloud, you have to push them yourself.
Yeah.
You have to submit your link and push to have your podcast display there.
Yeah.
I don't know how accurate that is. But, yeah, this platform's been awesome. I have not recorded a proper podcast on their platform, but they have an app.
Oh, you can just do it that way?
Yeah, it's like a phone call, but it records both sides of the party, and I can send it to as many people as I want.
Huh.
And it'll record it to the site, and then I can just download it and edit it later.
That's cool.
So it records it all in one file.
That's cool.
Yeah. And you can do it in pieces, too. And you can also edit it right on their site. So you can just, like, upload an intro.
Yeah.
And you can just piece that into your episode every time if you wanted to. So it's a super good site. Their app works pretty good. I've recorded test episodes that way, but I've never actually recorded an episode that way. Maybe you can be 3 episodes in a row, and we'll just try it one of these nights when you're
when I'm in
chilling in a hotel room bored. Yeah.
Why not? I think I might actually bring the Xbox this time too. Get some gaming in.
Who you with?
Wally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not bad.
No.
So.
Yeah.
The one we've not really tried, we tried it a little bit with Brant's episode, was actually being live.
Oh, yeah, live stream. Yeah, he tried it from his end, right?
He went live on YouTube while we were here recording this. And then I pulled it up on the episode and had it in like a little subset window.
Yeah.
But it basically crashed my computer.
Yeah. And
the resolution is so bad on this recording that the comments coming in didn't show. Like,
yeah.
You can see that it's there.
Yeah, but they weren't.
But you can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it got real weird. And I feel like once I have a better computer set up, we can actually entertain that idea.
Yeah.
But I also need visual. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I will need some sort of monitor device.
Yeah. A 4th computer screen.
Oh, yeah.
Just right there. Like.
Well, I mean, even this one would be pretty decent. I could at least see what's going on.
Yeah.
But, yeah, something needs to happen there. Ideally, it would be this one, or like a bigger one here.
Yeah.
That we could both see.
Yeah, yeah.
Interact with.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out when that. You gotta also figure out. I mean, I haven't been over your new place. You also gotta figure out what your setup is going to be at that new place.
Yeah, I have no idea yet. I've got an idea, but I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I suggest far enough away from Ryder's room so you don't wake him up.
It's the basement.
Yeah.
But the upside is going to be that it's not going to be full of my garage.
Yeah.
Such as golf clubs, a cart for a rider, 3 bikes, all my accessories.
Bunch of Primo walls.
I mean, ideally, anyone that has Primo walls would send them to me.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, right now.
DM me, hit me up, send me your Primo walls. If you have a shop that has Primo walls, tell me what your shop is.
We'll make it there.
I will buy them. Yeah, I mean, I feel like from like just the infrastructure standpoint, we've had a lot of improvements.
Yeah.
But I don't know from like a a user or like listener, watcher, viewer endpoint.
Yeah.
How things are stacking up, because I don't listen to my stuff.
Yeah. So I've been listening to. I'm not fully caught up, but I'd say I've probably listened to like 12, maybe. And I mean, obviously, from how I'm doing podcast style, so it's not YouTube, so can't speak too much to the video aspect. But I mean, sound quality is improving. People seem like they're getting the gist of it now. Like, I don't know, that one with Derek and I don't know, that one was really good.
So with that one, that was on the portable setup.
Yeah.
I feel like from the just the editing standpoint and like listening to playback.
Yeah.
This setup, and I think it's the room it's in.
Yeah.
Has like a more warm sound to it.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're here in a conversation.
Yeah.
And the mic itself, like the portable recorder, it seems kind of hollow.
So I can agree with that. I noticed this on both ends though, because I've listened to some that were here after you got this set up. I've listened to obviously the ones on the portable setup with Cam, Matt, Derek, and
I think that's it so far on
yeah, the ones with Derek and them, it was more so like you could kind of tell when people were like sitting in and like leaning, because like that's kind of when you could hear them really good. But then you can also tell when they were like leaning back or something like that, because it sounded a lot quieter. And it almost, some of the ones that are in here are still the same way.
That's really funny that you say that, because with those ones, the mic never moves.
I know.
They're lapel mic.
Oh.
It's clipped right here.
So what is going on with that? That's so weird.
I don't know.
That's funky. Because there were a bunch of times where I had to like turn it up for like Derek, and then like he'd be like halfway through the sentence, and all of a sudden it would get super loud again, and I'd be like rushing to turn my car audio down because it was too damn loud.
See, I've heard some people, like someone commented on one of the YouTube videos that the volume was all screwed up, and I listened to it from start to finish and never had any issues. And I'm like, what are you listening on?
Yeah.
And they never answered me, and I'm like, I really want to, like, if there's a
Figure this
problem,
out.
I'd really like to figure it out.
This was on my iPhone 10, you
Yeah.
know, obviously, and through my car audio. But also, I will say it does actually sound a little bit better when I just use the speakers on the phone. So it might be an issue between just like my car audio, because I do it with Bluetooth, because iPhone 10 doesn't have an aux jack. So
but you can buy an adapter.
yeah, I can buy the little dongle thing or whatever the hell they're calling it now, and I'm just like, that's stupid.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like we've made really good improvements, though.
Yeah.
I just really wish people would send some feedback in.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm just like, I don't know. They either love it or they hate it, but they're still listening.
Yeah.
I have noticed a dynamic shift, and it took a little while. People that were listening and watching on YouTube, it seems like the numbers have started to switch. So I had very low listens on the audio-only version for a while.
Yeah.
And now I have very low response on YouTube. And I feel like that's appropriate for the type of episodes I'm putting out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not doing anything like Kareem's World where it's very visual.
Yeah. I mean, the first
but
episode...
I could if we're doing green screens.
I mean, the first episode we had that banana that we never talked about.
The unspoken banana.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of episodes with the banana.
Were there really? I don't watch the YouTube, so I don't know.
I don't remember how many there were. It was 3 or 4, I think, before the got sticky and weird and had to go away.
Who was the last one to put their sticky hands on it?
I don't know.
Kind of disappointing. There's that real, almost like overripe banana out in the kitchen right now that I like when you pointed it out. I almost thought about bringing it in. Just throw that around. That's just a mess I don't want to clean up.
You know what everyone loves though?
Crinkly noises.
Crinkly bottle noises. And this. Ah, perfect. Oh, you were not close enough.
No, I should have been way closer. There's another water bottle in here.
Alright, we're being ridiculous.
Okay.
So, I don't know, just general improvements, I guess. Like, I know you've been listening, not to necessarily everyone, but on and off, here and there, enough that, like, there's noticeable improvements.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming enough so that, like, if you started listening today.
Yeah.
And then went back instead of starting at 1 and moving.
It'd be one of those, like, almost cringy moments.
Unbearable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that, definitely.
Even in the sense of, like, figuring out what we're doing. Because I've done enough stuff in front of a microphone and, like, public speaking stuff that doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people are weirded out by it, especially at first. The idea of coming into a room, sitting down, and talking to a microphone.
Yeah, and walking into this setup with a freaking, like, I don't want to look at that light. It's bright, which is why it's set off to the side, obviously. But
those lights are bright.
Yeah, they're rough, and it's like a perfect circle light. Like, it kind of just looks professional, and you got the cameras, and you got this professional-looking mic on the stand and everything. It could be really intimidating if you're not cool with doing that kind of stuff.
Well, and if I sucked more than I do. Well, no, because, like, again, half of the dynamic is that we can sit down and we can have a chill conversation. If it drifts to talking about, I don't know, planets for an hour and a half, like, okay. What do we need to know about Uranus?
Is Pluto a planet anymore? Did it come back? I thought I heard that. I don't know.
I think it's back. I think it's a planet again.
I'm sure he's happy about that promotion.
I don't know. Or was it one of those things where you like, oh cool, less responsibility and I'm making the same amount of money, and then it's like, oh, by the way, we gave you a promotion, but we didn't give you a raise again. And you're just like, great. Gotta do more stuff now.
The stuff I could say about our job. Well, my division of our job.
Oh, that could be a different show altogether.
Yeah. I need to just, like, bring the GoPro and just, like, hide it, like, in my zipper.
Dude. I mean, if you want, I'll show you the portable setup.
Yeah.
We could showcase the portable setup here.
Yeah, alright.
Which already kind of happened because it happened with Doyle's.
Okay.
Because he showed the Poliver podcast.
Yeah.
His is in a bag, though.
Oh, yeah, you got this fancy
Ours
box.
is fancy and in a case, but...
But yeah.
No, I mean, he showed me what he was using, and I'm like, dude, I'm buying one. Because... Here, check the...
Yeah, okay.
So, in a nutshell, here's...
A bunch of wires.
Here's a bunch of wires. Fun fact on this, the audio splitter that you would run headphones through.
Yeah.
To share headphones, you can run a bunch of different mics into and it outputs to one track.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
I have 2 of those.
Okay.
Then a whole bunch of extension cords and lapel mics.
So,
So, lapel mic.
So what's really funny about that here, let me kind of... So this is obviously connected right here. So when I was listening to it and I was hearing those...
Now, if you lean forward, your shirt's going to dangle forward.
I guess that could be it. But it changed so drastically, it literally sounded like they were coming from, like, over here. Like, you could barely kind of...
So this is the recorder.
Okay.
You don't need lapel mics for this.
Yeah.
I can just turn this on and we can start recording right here. Gain is controlled by that switch.
Okay.
So the reason I have two of these splitters is there's line out for monitoring. If you wanted to wear a headset and listen to everything that's coming in, make sure levels were good.
Yeah.
You can monitor it. I don't.
Yeah.
And then there's the line in one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super simple. I like the line in with the lapel mics. That way we know we're getting
good
enough.
Yeah. I think it might just be my phone, honestly. Because not the phone, the Bluetooth.
But if you were looking to do something on the road, like, this is pretty solid. This also has a tripod mount on it. Okay. So you can use this with cameras and stuff for directional mic.
Yeah.
Because it is a directional mic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then this is just a Harbor Freight box.
Yeah, gun case that you just cut the...
Yeah.
Yeah. I still need to do that thing with my suitcase we were talking about.
That thing records 30 hours worth of audio on one memory card, though.
Wow.
So, like, if I was, trying to do, like, a long weekend at the jams or whatever... and
when you had everyone in town, yeah.
I could have done a whole bunch of stuff. And I didn't, because, I was kind of busy.
Yeah, you had a bunch of people crashing at your parents' place, and then we split that up a little bit with Matt, and...
Well, and, we could have done some stuff at that same time, but it's like, no one cares.
Although I think next year, what might be a good one is, after the Binghamton Jam, campfire podcast, just everyone sitting around talking.
Yes. Just need to figure out how to actually properly mic that up. Because
it's going to be it's outside, windy, noises, cars, everything.
Well, and proximity to a microphone.
Yeah.
Because I could do it with one like this, just one central mic.
Yeah.
But I think the proximity thing is going to turn into well, no one could hear him, but this guy was yelling and...
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be very interesting.
Yeah.
But I have, I think, 6 lapel mics.
I mean, that'd be enough for that night that we were there, I think. I think there was 6 to 8.
Yeah, I think I've got 6. And I've debated getting lapel mics instead of this.
Okay.
That we can just, USB lapel mic and then it just lines into the computer anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like I said, I feel like this gives a more warm tone to it.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell you're in a room.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that hollow, dead feel.
Yeah, I see what you're saying with that. Your lapel mic ones, they did sound like it was like a larger space or something like that. It didn't sound like...
Well, and they were, though, because Cam's was recorded in a garage.
Yeah.
The one with Andy and Derek was in Andy's living room, but it's a big open room.
What's weird about that to me...
Wood floors, I think.
Well, what's weird about that to me is Cam's, for my Bluetooth, like how I was saying I had those weird... Cam's was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I had no issues, but the one with... Yeah, that... Huh. Yeah, it's gotta be something weird. I don't know what.
Yeah. And then the one with Matt was in his living room.
Yeah.
Which is...
That was a good one, too.
It's a modest size room. Yeah. That one probably had a more warm tone to it. But there's something about those lapel mics that they're just cold.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I mean, I'd like to do more with it. Yeah. Like I said before, I'd like to try to use that Anchor app for something, too.
Yeah.
A lot of people use Skype, but I don't know why you would tie Skype into it when you could just record your podcast. with the Anchor thing.
Yeah.
I guess people like to see each other.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to do a video podcast and you're not going to screen record it, I can pull, like the way I record on here, I can pull a Skype chat right into that.
Yeah.
Instead of having that camera, I can have a Skype one come in. But my computer has to be good enough to handle it, for one.
It's not.
And two, there has to be value added. And I don't feel that there's value added as more and more people transition away from listening to the show on YouTube.
Yeah.
And to listening on Spotify or Apple or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't really have a ton to talk about with this, but, like, what do we need to do?
I think a lot of it's just going to rely on the new location, you know, your new house. And then I need to figure out, or we need to both work on and try to figure out what the deal is with how that one with Derek was for me. And, like, there's a couple that were in here that were like that, too, listening to it in podcast form over my phone. Now, it could be that I just didn't have them downloaded, too, and that, like, I just reached, like, a dead zone.
Yeah, they start getting skippy or something weird.
Yeah. But they weren't getting skippy. It just sounded like they were standing back, like, 6 feet.
It's odd, so...
Yeah.
I gotta pay attention to it, too, then. We do need to look at being better about putting links and stuff in.
Yeah.
I need to.
Yeah.
I really suck at putting links to stuff. Like, we'll talk about something, right? I've got notes right here from the Josh Carrasco one. I was supposed to post the link for the button press. So that people could see where they can get one if they want a button press.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to send that link to Josh. It's not crossed off. So I didn't do it. Let's see. What else do I have here?
So, like,
I got a bunch of stuff from shopping houses.
So when you say put links, can you do that across all platforms, or is that basically just a YouTube thing?
No, you can do it on all.
Okay.
I can do it on the Anchor one, and then it shows
just
up
in the
like
description.
In your Apple Podcast description. It'll show up there.
Okay.
I don't know how they open from there.
You might have to copy and paste.
In the YouTube description, just like there's not a way to put them in.
Yeah.
But if you just put it in there, it links it, I think.
Yeah.
So it gets kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like almost easier for me to just do it on the website proper when I post about the episode.
Just start doing that then.
I have done that.
Okay.
I think this note doesn't have names with it, but it says Love Cinema, Here Goes Nothing. I think that was Cody Dixon talking about one of his favorite videos of all time.
Gotcha.
And said I should check it out. Totally haven't done anything with it, Cody.
Yes.
Let's see.
I say that you should just put it in the website description, but you know how people are. They want instant gratification. They're going to be too lazy to go to the website.
Well, yeah, exactly. Especially if you're only looking... If you're listening to it on your Apple Podcasts...
Yeah.
You're not even going to click that link when it says new podcast up. You're just going to see the title on it and go, oh, cool, I'll check that out later.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's probably the case. You're not actually going to check it out later. Well, you will eventually.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm putting links and stuff in there, you're not finding them.
Yeah.
Unless it's... And even so, like, I'll be talking and I'll say, yeah, I'll probably put that in the description. At that point, you might be driving and you might hit the description thing and go, No links in here.
Yeah.
Oops. I've just started in the description putting the person's Instagram link. So, like, yours would, instead of just saying James Music, it would say James, but if you clicked your name, it would take you to your Instagram profile.
Oh, okay.
So I just started doing that 5 or 6 episodes ago because I should have been doing it all along.
Yeah.
But you know what? The thing that sucks is this computer doesn't render anything well.
Yeah.
So it took me. I did the No Worries Crew podcast last night, but I started exporting it at, let's see, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I think it finished around noon today, exporting.
I think so.
It's a 3-hour podcast.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have taken
Yeah. Yeah, that's
over 12 hours to export.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. There was video included in that too, though, right?
Yeah. But why should it be, like, I feel like 3 hours for a 3-hour podcast would be like, okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Even 6. If you want to go with a VBR2 pass, 3 hours for the first pass, 3 hours for the second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it should be faster than that. And my computer sucks.
So that's going to be one of the things. That's probably the main thing that I can really think about is working with the computer and then figuring out if those audio problems are on the user's end.
They have to be, because when I'm being told that there is one and I listen through the entire episode to find out that there's not one spot where the audio dropped out.
Huh. Yeah.
I'm like...
So we got to figure out what the cause of the problem is. I mean, we don't have to because, I mean, it's not... If you're not having it, then whatever, but...
Well, yeah, but some people are having it.
Yeah.
And if it's bad enough... So, that person was on YouTube that they told me that.
Yeah.
So if you're getting it on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts on your phone, and they're having the problem on YouTube, but I can't duplicate it...
Yeah.
There's something weird going on.
Yeah.
I want to say it's not the podcast.
Yeah, I want to say
or the recording.
Well, if he's watching on YouTube, then I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Now I'm like, I don't know.
I really don't know.
I'd like to get it figured out, though.
Yeah. Any tech people, if you have any idea, shoot Andy a message. Yeah.
My best guess is that it's not anything that I can do.
Yeah.
But we'll see. See if anyone's got good ideas. What did I have? We talked about moving from video to audio. That transition that's happening. The portable. There's one other pretty big thing I wanted to talk about. Obviously the links.
Yeah.
I really need to be better about that because it's these are a couple examples. I know there's more examples of where I should have been putting something down and just didn't. Yeah, the intro and outro.
Okay.
So we did about 10 episodes, I think, before I stopped
doing the intro,
putting the intro right in the thing. But what I transitioned to was explaining why there's no intro in every single episode.
Yeah.
And I'm like, one, should have just done that off camera.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, look, I'm just going to introduce you, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that I catch myself doing it every time, and I'm like, this is dumb. It's like listening to 2 intros.
Yeah, it was like that for a while. I do remember that.
Well, there was a backlog for a little while, maybe 3 or 4 episodes that I had already recorded.
Yeah.
That I was then recording intros for consistency's sake.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, this is really annoying, but whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I could think, other than, like, now I think everyone's got a gist for it, but it'd be really funny if you just, like...
Well, I need to shorten them up for sure.
Yeah, shorten them up a little bit. And then, like, you could just do it... I like how you're doing it now with like, shorten it up, but I like how you're doing it now, like, after the fact, recording an intro, because it actually gives you a second to just get right into it. Like, don't, like you said, you already understand, like, how you were, like, telling them that there was no intro or whatever, just, like, off camera for sure. If they need to know off camera.
Yeah. And, like, I know the ones that I've been doing just that I recorded yesterday, intros, I did 2 sets of intros and outros yesterday.
Okay.
But the first one, I said, I really don't want to ramble on. I know I ramble on these. I want to keep this short and sweet. And I talked for like 3 minutes to myself. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, I'm such an idiot. And I know we talked about it right on one of the very first episodes. I don't think it was yours and mine. But, like, I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
And at this point, I kind of have to. Like, a little bit, because it's... I wouldn't say the podcast does great, but, like, there's an audience. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, there's at least a level of expectation.
There's an audience bigger than our, like, immediate friend group.
Yeah.
Too. Like, it's... I was seeing the numbers on it earlier, and, like, I'd say our immediate friend group is, like, I don't know, the ones that we keep in contact with a lot, maybe like 30 to 50 people. The ones that we keep in contact with a lot, and like the numbers are higher than that.
Well, and I mean, I can look right on my thing here, and it says my estimated audience is 56 people. That's separate people coming in and listening to more than one episode.
Yeah.
I think is how that's calculated. So... yeah, I mean, there's people listening. There's at least a standard that has to be upheld at this point. But yeah, it drives me nuts to sit here and ramble. I suck at the intros and outros because of that. I just go, and I'm like, talking about nothing. They're going to hear all of this.
How do I stop myself? Oh my god. Yeah.
But I don't believe in, like, re-recording it to get the perfect intro or the perfect outro. It's just... that's not me.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure everyone gets that this is pretty raw.
Yeah.
We're pretty happy with, like, having the equipment we have. But when it comes right down to it, like, if I record something and I sound stupid, I'm just going to put it up anyway.
You should just start doing, like, YouTube gamer, like, personas. Like,
I can't, hey, everybody, I can't do it. I don't want to do any persona. That's the thing. Like,
I know. I was just like...
I know. But that's what... even the like, follow, subscribe thing. This is episode 25. I still can't do it.
Yeah.
And not be like, follow, subscribe, guys.
Making fun of yourself. Yeah, you have to. Like, it's
but, like, Brant brought up a really good point with that, and I have to keep it in mind.
Told me about that.
By the time you realize that YouTube brought you to my channel and that you've been enjoying what you're listening to for an hour and a half or whatever, before it takes you somewhere else, you have to remind them to hit the subscribe button.
Yeah. Because how many, like, times do you get into those weird, like, it's 2 a.m., you should have been asleep 3 hours ago, and you're just on the 50-second video of, like, what did George Carlin do and whatever, like some bullshit like that, you know, like, and you're not following all of those, but like if it's something you're genuinely like, I might keep coming back to this.
Yeah. I really need to get better about remembering my tags. Because I know the Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat one. Yeah. Every single time I get to the GrindWorks BMX without the underscore. Yeah. Like Facebook. Duh. I'm pretty sure there's one that I never figured out what the fourth one was. I just stared at the camera and I'm like, I don't know, figure it out. Go listen to a different episode.
It's really funny when, like, on my end, too, because, like, alright, so my Instagram one is, like, James Usick. punch the keyboard. But my parents, so this is going to be like a funny story, more podcasty than just recapping on that. Basically, my parents were going to name me Matthew James Ray Usick. I was born in Baltimore. Now, as I'm being delivered, one of the nurses asks, what's the name going to be? And then they say that, and they're like, isn't James Ray the guy who killed Martin Luther King? So on the spot, they changed it to James Matthew Ray Usick. But then kept calling me Matthew. So, like, all of my family, like Buffalo people, they all know me by Matt. So I have my full name on my Facebook, James Matthew Ray Usick. So, like, it's super weird because people are like, I can't find you on Instagram. Like, my family will be like that, and it's like, because it goes by my real name.
Because it's James?
Kindergarten was so confusing. Because they're, like, asking for James, and everyone in my entire life had been calling me Matt, and I'm like, I don't have a brother. Apparently it's me.
That's awesome, though. Yeah. Intro, outro. Outro, I never know what to say at the end, and it always makes me laugh at myself. But, like,
we literally just got done talking about what you say at the end for an outro.
No. I know. With the like the follow, subscribe stuff. But no, like the very last words, I'm always like, enjoy. It's like, and then I hit end, and I'm like, you already enjoyed the podcast. It's over now. Whatever.
Just start saying random stuff like bumblebee tuna, something stupid.
No, I will try that for this one.
Just you got to come up with it though. Like I don't know, but like some random like brand name thing or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what we can come up with. I just need to be shorter about it all though. Like, it's really difficult to provide an intro and not go into detail.
Or pick for like a final word. Pick like one little like phrase or saying that was said throughout the podcast, something that you just thought was funny, and just like kind of keep that in the back of your head, and then when it comes to the end, just be like, and remember, or like just say it, and like,
yeah, I would have to record them earlier.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm like, I just did the intro and outro for the No Worries Crew one, right?
Yeah.
That was recorded June 29th.
Yeah. That's when those guys were up here, right?
Yeah. I haven't had anything to post. Like, it's not like I'm backlogged that far.
Yeah.
I just haven't done it. But at that point, for me to do that, I have to listen to the whole thing.
That's fair.
Instead of scan through the whole thing and scroll and make sure all the audio levels are peaking to the same spot. And
honestly, at that point, I don't think you need a post-record outro. I think the intro is really all you need. Like, hey, this is what we talk about. If you're interested, give it a listen or whatever. But when it comes to the outro, you kind of just end it there,
I like to do it for the follow.
Oh, like follow. You don't want to say that in front of people. And
I can do it less douchey if I do it in an outro. Then you can also give a preview for what next week is.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I've tried to do, is be like, yeah, and also stay tuned for next week's episode with so-and-so. And then I've been trying, like the last couple, I did an intro where I shouted out a bunch of jams that were coming up.
Yeah.
And then the last ones I recorded last night, I included the Rockies Jam, the Chenga Jam, the Akron Street Ride, and the Buffalo Jam that may or may not actually be happening.
Those guys, this year they're keeping it, so I think I like kind of glossed over it in our last little like podcast of industry stuff. But like, it's the one guy, he's got a lot of stuff going on in his life, so he kind of wants out of it. And actually, both of like the main dudes kind of want out of it, and they kind of want to pass it on to like the younger kids.
Yeah, you have to have someone that cares. is what's disappointing and frustrating.
It's like people care, but the one person, I'm not going to say whatever, but the guy who's been like Jason Tober, he kind of wants to pass it on to the next generation, but he still wants to be involved in it. And like they've got a date set, and they want to keep it small. They want to keep it like local things this year because just the hassle of what we talked about in the last podcast, getting companies to send crap, whatever. So they kind of just want to keep it local and just like an excuse to bring everyone together. But it's like they don't realize that they still have to make a flyer and spread the word to, because like there's a bunch of people who grew up in Buffalo that now live in Austin.
Yeah. Well, and by the time this comes out, it'll be too
over.
Late.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, but let's just assume that I'm actually on a weekly schedule right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have No Worries crew up. Hopefully tonight. I'm gonna try to get it uploaded. But it's not going to post until the morning.
They literally want to do it. Let me go on my calendar here real quick.
Then next week would be the Kian and Travis one.
Yeah.
Then the week after that would be you.
Yeah.
And the week after that would be this one. So
yeah,
we're literally 4 weeks away.
Well, actually, I was wrong. I forgot. They wanted to change it to September to try to get me to be able to go.
Well, you told me the third weekend in September or something.
Yeah, so it's going to be the 21st, right? Yeah. Is what they're planning. But
yeah. Well, they better start a flyer.
Yeah.
Because we just talked about that Rockies one when I was up there.
Yeah.
Last weekend?
Yeah.
I was like, you guys have talked about it for a long time. Let's make this happen.
Yeah.
What do you need me to do? You want me to make you a flyer and handle that side? Fine.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing it if you don't have an... I was like, I'm flat out not doing it if they don't have an Instagram account.
Well, that's what I told these guys. I said, if you need a flyer made, just send me the photo. I'll make a flyer for it real quick. I'll make it super basic, just like, jam, here, this park, heroes and zeros. Which, can I kind of dive into that a little bit?
Because I don't care, yeah.
So it used to be called the Western New York Heroes and Zeros. Have I told you about this?
No, I remember because I was at the one that had the issue.
Okay. So there's also a veterans organization in Buffalo called Western New York Heroes. And I get this long-winded email, or not email, it's a Facebook message, about like, do you have any affiliation with us? Why are you using our name? Blah, blah, blah. And who is Zeros? And can we contact them? So we can't find any information on them to contact them. Let them know that you're using their name. And it's like, Heroes and Zeros is a phrase, and it's happening in Western New York. Hence, Western New York Heroes and Zeros.
Mm-hmm.
And they like just weren't understanding it. I'm like, look, it's a fundraiser to expand the skate park. You know, we're just using it as a phrase. It literally
has nothing to do with you guys.
Literally has nothing to do with you. We're not advertising it as anything to do with you guys. We're not saying anything about veterans. It's a BMX jam. And, like, I was like, if you want, we can drop, like, Western New York, or we can do something. But, like, at this point, she messaged me a week before the thing happened. I'm like, at this point, it's Western New York Heroes and Zeros for this year. Next year, we can change it.
Mm-hmm.
And, she finally got back to me. She's like, yeah, my son was friends with Bryce. Thank you for, like, clearing things up and everything. But it was, like, a week-long... Literally, the day of the jam is when she messaged me back saying that.
Yeah, and at that point, you're like, so it would be fine for me to keep doing it this way, but no one wants to now.
Well, she was, like, threatening legal action. She's like, unfortunately, we'd have to do legal action if you kept using our name. It's like, we're not using your name. It's a phrase.
Yeah.
And, like, our buddy who's a veteran, like, sent her a message and went off. Well, sent Western New York Heroes a message straight to their Facebook and went off. And then she, like, screenshot it and sent it to me. I was like, I'm sorry you feel this way. And I'm like...
That's not me.
That's not me. Like, it was such a, like, crap situation. And it just stuck being the PR guy on that issue. And it's like, I don't even live here anymore. I just drove 3 hours out of my way to come here and, like, ride. And now I'm having to deal with drama for some stupid, like... I mean, the competition was fun, but, like, the organization we were dealing with and that drama was stupid.
Yeah. Definitely. And you're like, what are you gaining?
Yeah.
Like, we're not... I don't know. I guess I kind of get it, but sometimes people just get like on a weird power trip with some of that stuff.
All it was, I think. I think it was her supervisor coming down on her because some of the stuff that she was saying, she was like, my son was friends with Bryce and this and that, and just... Yeah. That's...
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
But I don't know. I told him I was going to be busy this like 2 months, so like I couldn't do anything besides maybe make the flyers. So get me a photo.
Yeah, but then you need like someone still has to be following up with companies. Like jams that don't have that can still turn out good, but half of the key to like that jam, at least what I've seen in the past, is that Kink is involved and they come out and they set up a little booth and product thing.
Yeah.
And there's a handful of other companies that sponsor it, and it makes people motivated to come out and do stuff.
Eric Cycleworks, Terry's, like the two major bike shops.
Yeah, it's kind of like a big swap meet.
Yeah, the two major BMX bike shops in Buffalo. Then you have Kink coming in, and then there's like usually like a food truck or something. And then Kevin has like stuff from his garage too. So. And
Sundays typically helped out with it, I think.
I don't think so, actually.
No?
No, I don't think they've ever...
Okay.
Yeah. Once they moved down to Austin, they kind of, like, stopped doing stuff with Buffalo. And, like, Sunday Skate Shop's still there. Which, for those who don't know, Sunday Skate started as a skateboard company. And then Jim C got involved. And then bikes took off, and then the skateboarders
Jim's back in Buffalo.
Yeah, he lives back there, but he, like, sold the company and, like, has no ties with it anymore. But,
I didn't realize he had no ties with it anymore.
Yeah.
I thought he was still kind of behind the scenes.
No, he just leaves it all up to them. He got the key to the city for running and documenting every street in the city of Buffalo.
I saw that.
He just does random stuff. Makes tacos on his porch.
Okay.
Just enjoying life.
I mean, why not?
But yeah, that started like a whole BMX versus skateboard feud in Buffalo because like all the Sunday dudes, which that was a major skate shop. It was like that and Fat Man in Buffalo. Like that started this huge, like, all the Sunday dudes stopped coming to the skate park and stopped, like, Extreme Wheels when I worked there, and they started telling them, like, other people not to go there, and it's stupid. Because...
It's all stupid.
The BMX half of Sunday took off and left the skateboard half behind. It's like, learn how to market yourself.
Well, or just be happy that you were able to bloom one success.
Yeah. And they were getting money from it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong on that, but pretty sure there was like some royalty or some crap like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Seems real weird. So with the intro and outro thing, obviously you think it's a good idea, so
yeah.
I was planning on keeping it because I've had to switch a couple around.
Yeah.
But it's happened so rarely. I just like the idea of being able to.
I like the intro. The outro could be questionable.
Take it or leave
it. That's really like a I really don't care thing because you kind of do an outro already.
A little bit with at least like the follow you know, your wrap up.
Yeah.
I did it on the last one.
Yeah.
I just did it right in the show, but yeah, I don't know. I need to think about it because it's a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could care less about it in some ways. It's easy though.
Yeah.
But then I try to match it with what a lot of other people are doing too. And I know that everyone's doing intros.
Yeah.
Most people, I think, are doing outros. But I notice like a lot of people either have like a catchphrase or like a little signature thing that they're doing, a sign on, sign off, like either audio bit or like a tune of some sort, or
we should just put the audio from the 420 pegs at it.
I literally already thought about that.
That's your sign off, like signing off. Fast forward. Fast forward peg jobs.
That might be interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe just get some really good long feeble grind noises.
Yeah, on like a crusty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even like a brick ledge if you can find one like really good.
Yeah. Something like that would be really sweet. Just like a good audio clip and then be done with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like to some degree it's against what I want to be doing. I don't want that like same thing every time.
But it makes it easier for you.
What makes it easy for people?
Yeah.
When it comes on, they hear that, they know they're at the beginning of the show, they know what show it is, even if it just auto-started.
Even like Feeble Talk, like how Feeble Talk had that intro of...
I never listened to any of this.
I listened to the one with Doyle, because that one got really, really good. But the intro is, I'm pretty sure it's Doyle, who went to double pegger rail and accidentally feebled it, and the dude's like shouting like, Feeble! Feeble! in the background, and it's like... Okay, I understand why Feeble Talk uses that clip. Good enough.
That's funny.
I saw that one.
Yeah, that was
ran the
pretty
cardboard.
gross.
Oh yeah, quality.
That was highly unfortunate. God. What are we doing?
Now, say in the comments, was that better or worse than Crinkly Bottle?
Well, this could be like a really horrible episode.
Yeah, sorry to your car's audio system if you listen to this with the bass up.
No. Having the browser up was overloading my recording encoders. So, this could be like super skippy. The audio should be fine.
Yeah, just the video be rough.
The video could be awful. Man, what's going on? Yeah, well, I'm pretty good with where we're at. Just kind of a cool wrap-up idea.
Yeah.
That I wanted to do for a little while.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been talking about this since you were like on episode like what 10, pretty much like eventually doing it, and then got to 20, and we're like we should really do it, and then it just never worked.
Well, I held episode 20 for a while, hoping to do it.
Yeah.
And then I was, man, recording.
Like watching the screen. It's like watching the screen, watching the face of that was already funny enough. And then you turn towards me. Oh, that was good. That was really
This
good.
is insane right now. I don't know what's going on. Alright. Yeah, so I was holding off on recording an episode 20 until I pretty much needed to.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
My cat hair rubbing off on you somehow?
Oh, it might be. Maybe.
I haven't
You've
been
been
home
here
all
too
day.
No, I don't know. It's just hitting me hard out of nowhere. I need it to clear up enough to like
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like. No, yeah, I'm not recording a separate outro for this one, or I'll forget.
Okay.
But, yeah, thanks for, like, coming by tonight. Obviously, we did the last episode.
Yeah.
You did this episode. Probably won't see you for a few weeks here.
Yeah, I'm literally Ohio. I leave tomorrow, work Tuesday to Friday. I'm home for 2 days. I leave for Virginia. I'm home for like 2 or 3 days. I leave for Port Richey, Florida. So if this is out by that time, I'm down there for 3 weeks. So from like the last week of this month which is August. That last week itself, I'll be in Gainesville. And then after that, I go to Port Richey. Probably staying at the Homewood Suites right there on 19. So.
Sweet. So, yeah, hit James up if you want to ride bikes in Florida.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Port Richey. I don't know where that is. But...
like an hour and a half north of Tampa, right on the Gulf Coast.
Okay.
So.
That's not too bad.
So I used to live in Florida for a year, as you know.
Yeah.
And I lived in Crystal River. With the Coochie River Electric Cooperative is where we're, like, testing. They have a location in Crystal River. I used to pass by it every day on the way to work.
Yeah.
We're testing.
I know you told me that before.
Yeah.
Because you thought it was hilarious when you first started.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at James Yusick.
Yeah.
YUSCZYK.
Damn. Surprised on that, actually.
Why?
Because no one else gets it, ever.
Like, I know it.
I even have to spell it out when I say it, when I write it
down.
down.
but half the time I say it jokingly as Yuskazik.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I've never heard you say that jokingly, but that's really funny.
That's the only way I can remember which way the letters go. Yuskazik.
That makes sense. I can't believe I've never thought of that. I've been living with it for 24 years.
Yeah, well. Yeah, but you've like learned it right from the beginning.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess. I don't know, I have some, so I say Yuzik, my aunt says use chick, like her family says use chick. So it's like Czechoslovakia, like I think the CZ is where she's getting that. And then I have an uncle or like great uncle or something who moved to New Zealand and had his name changed to YUSCHIK. For use chick. So people would stop pronouncing it wrong to him.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just like, alright, whatever.
I'm sure it still gets done wrong.
Probably.
GrindWorks.
Yeah.
You follow GrindWorks. You probably already do, but maybe you don't. Maybe you just search BMX into your podcast app and go, what's this? So, you could like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube video and totally subscribe to the channel, sorry.
And follow on Instagram. Save all the posts.
And just, I think it's subscribe on podcasts, on Google Podcasts.
I think so.
So just do that.
Yeah.
On Spotify, Anchor, Google, Apple, iTunes, whatever you're using. Just, it's one little button.
Yeah.
You tap enough anyway, just tap it. You can ignore it later. GrindWorks _BMX on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. GrindWorks BMX without the underscore on Facebook, Mixer, YouTube, and Anchor. Yay, I did it.
Figured it out.
Hooray.
Facebook page, just GrindWorks BMX. I think you already said that.
Yeah.
Okay. I just zoned out.
They don't allow underscores.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is stupid.
Is GrindWorks joining the Area 51 raid?
Maybe.
Just throw pegs from afar. Peg nunchucks made by Derek.
Yeah, peg nunchucks.
Give them to the Naruto runners.
The cheek clappers.
I love the internet. It's seriously a great place.
Man, by the time this comes out, the Area 51 massacre will have happened.
Oh, man. I feel like 16 people are going to show up, and it's going to be one warning shot, like, right next to somebody, and they're all going to run away.
Just, without getting political at all,
yeah.
I like the idea that a bunch of people that are most likely anti-gun want to raid a government facility and take it over with what force?
Ninjutsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that part's really funny to me, and also the part of like the fact that they organize that and they're like they can't stop all of us. Like, yeah, literally, you can do that anywhere. Show up armed, I would say, but like, or just stop paying your taxes. They literally can't do anything about that.
If everyone did it.
Yeah, if everyone did it. If one person does it, then
yeah, they'll just shut down.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
No one knows. Nothing will happen.
No. No.
I like the idea that happens. Like the post goes up.
Yeah.
Everyone goes on high alert. They spend a whole bunch of money to up the security for nothing to happen.
Did you see the posts of like the Air Force is actually having training on what all these terms mean and everything? They're like literally sitting them down in like the hangars and they're like showing them like slideshows about Naruto runners, and then like the person giving the presentation has to demonstrate what a Naruto run is. Actually happening right now. It's really funny. I have friends in the military who I saw the meme and I was like shared it to them. I was like, "Is this real?" And they're like, "Yeah, I had to sit through it last night or something like that." Like, that's amazing.
That's excellent. All right, you want to call it?
Yeah.
Call it. We'll reconvene someday.
At some point.
If any podcasts happen between this one and the future, whatever that means, they will definitely be on the portable, and they will not have like separately recorded intros and outros because they will be ready to go.
Yeah.
And they probably won't have a video component to them. I've debated, I don't really want to get back into it, I've debated just not doing the YouTube part at all.
Yeah.
But
if the views are dropping, I would say keep doing it for a little bit, but if they start to drop, screw it.
Or I could just be better about actually doing stuff, like when we're or just splice stuff in. It's not like losing our face for a minute, other than for that sneezing episode, that I'm sure was gold.
That one needs to be edited out, like just made into like a music video for like 30 seconds.
I will definitely have to scroll through and find that as the screenshot for the thing where I yeah, exactly.
And then you scroll through and find that face and just collage them together.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, if I was better about, like, when we're talking about key and threeing the stair set.
Clip.
Splice the clip in.
Yeah.
And then it would be like, maybe I should be watching this.
Yeah.
But some of that would also be like, if I had a screen.
Yeah, you could just show it on there.
Then, well, I would be able to just like do it and we could talk about it or look at something.
Yeah, like screen record that screen as well, like the clip from that, and then post edit that into like the corner, top right corner, bottom right, whatever the hell.
Well, I mean, not that I want to do this right now.
Yeah.
But like, look at, I can do it right here.
Yep. Done. That's a little thing for the YouTube.
So like, had I moved this over here, then it would
just show
be just this.
Okay.
Or my browser.
Pornhub. Just for all the audio listeners, there's some gangbang video up right now.
Yeah. But that's a thing that exists that like I could very easily, we could be looking here, we could watch the new edit or whatever and just live action call it.
Yeah.
And that could be cool, but at least like, hey, did you see this new thing? No. We wouldn't have to hold our phone up to it.
Yeah.
But that's like a producer's job.
I like how we went from trying to say bye to Area 51.
Oh, it always happens.
Yeah, that's fair.
We could rap and then go for another hour and have to rap again.
I have to leave for work at like 10 a.m. and I just realized it's like almost 1.
I have to drop my car off in the morning at 7:30.
Yeah, we should probably wrap.
Yeah, probably. Wow, it is almost 1.
Yep.
What the heck? Oh no. Alright.
I have a half-hour drive. Later.
Enjoy this episode.
Is that your kicker right there?
Yeah, that's my kicker. Enjoy this episode. I like it.
With
right?
that look and pointing at the camera. Enjoy this fucking episode.
I haven't ended it yet.
Oh.
But, because I think it's funny.
That's amazing.
Actually, this isn't over. Keep listening.
God damn it.
I have a bunch of just funny random stuff from testing.
Yeah. Oh, you're just going to edit that in?
I just added a bunch of stuff in at the end where it's like the random weird things we say as we're doing test recordings.
Do you have test recordings going all the way back to the first one?
Yeah.
Put them all in now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. That'll be great.
Most likely there's not going to be too much content in there, but there might be something pretty good.
Okay.
Alright, test recordings coming at you. Enjoy them.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out another episode of the GrindWorks Podcast. I did not throw an intro on this one. Figured it was pretty self-explanatory by what we talk about in the episode itself. This is pretty much the last episode I have recorded from when I had a proper office. Right now, I'm in process of building out my current office at my new place, so bear with me as far as any new episodes, unless I need to crank one out, and I'll make it happen. Anyway, at the end of this episode, I talked about putting kind of like an outtakes reel or something with some of the stuff that I had recorded as test recordings for the episodes. Ultimately, they just were not that entertaining. I had started to edit it that way, and I was getting bored, and I just assumed that you guys would be bored, especially since a lot of it would require you to be watching it on YouTube, and even then it wasn't that entertaining. So, cool idea, just not something that's going to work out this time. So, anyway, thanks for checking it out. Hopefully catch you soon on another episode.